Welcome to Barbie's Football Banter Factory, and I am happy, man, because, as you can tell, Chelsea won 3-0 against Rennes. Another clean sheet for that man, Spider Mendy. Spider Mendy with another clean sheet. This is becoming a habit, a very good habit. Another 3 goals scored, another 0 on the side. And it looks good, man. We did not play well, but it didn't matter. We defended well, and we had enough chances to win the game. And we did. We won comfortably. We made Rennes look quite ordinary at times, to be honest. But let's be fair, Rennes were worthy of a Champions League position because they look good. They look good for a while. We got the first penalty, clear pen. Timo Werner gets it in. And now the second penalty. Wow, like what kind of decision is that, man? I have to be honest. I don't think that was a clear-cut penalty. Okay, I can make a case for a penalty that could be given, but a second yellow card for something like that is ridiculous. And these decisions are becoming a problem because of VAR, virtual assistant replay. Everything is becoming too accurate. Everything they're focusing too much on minute details that you can just let go of. Like, it's becoming too microscopic. These decisions are being analyzed, they're being overanalyzed, they're being looked at from the perspective of from a perfectionist perspective, and it's kind of spoiling the game because that was not a penalty in my opinion, and that spoiled the game for me. And the red card, man, like, penalty's bad enough. Then the second yellow, it kind of a dagger straight to Rennes' heart, and the game was basically over after that. After that, they didn't capitulate. They kind of showed a lot of heart. They stuck in, but we did score the third, and it was an easy win. Let's be honest, it was not very difficult, made easy by that decision. But I always felt like no matter what Rennes brought, we would have the answers today, and we did, my friend. What a win! And that man, Spider Mendy and Thiago Silva, once again combining for a clean sheet. Kante playing in that number 8 role. I don't like him there. He's very good as a number 6. I thought we could have started Kovacic, but we didn't. Everyone he played average today, not their best. But we got the job done, and 3 points it is. These decisions, though, we'll get to. We'll have to talk about VAR at one point because I think it's spoiling the game. That was just a bad decision in a time where Rennes were getting in the game. They were applying some pressure, and on the counterattack, we get that penalty call, which was a very harsh one. Let's say the penalty is a penalty, but it's still not a yellow card in my opinion. 11 versus 11, you give them a chance. 11 versus 10 is just a training ground exercise. Anyways, we win the game. Let's look at some of the other results. Manchester United lost to Istanbul Besiktas, or is it Basaksehir, with that man Dembaba, the man himself, Dembaba, scoring a Fernando Torres 2012-esque goal. If you haven't seen the goal, see it. See how bad Manchester United's defense is. See Ole's face as he has to look back in despair at his defenders. Not nowhere near that man Dembaba. Dembaba runs straight through on goal. 1v1 versus the goalkeeper Dean Henderson. Back of the net. No chance. Istanbul 1. Manchester United 0. And then the second goal, a beautiful counterattack. Watch the highlights for this one. This goal was also absolutely beautiful. A run down the left wing, a cutback, and then a beautiful dummy by Dembaba, who completely owned Harry, the Greek nightmare, Maguire, and then a beautiful finish by, I forgot it, Wasicho, and then Manchester United are 2-0 down, and then Martial grabs the goal right before halftime, and you're thinking, there it is, the lifeline's here. This is the opportunity for Manchester United to go get into the second half and get back in the game and save Ole and his job. His job is probably now, after the result, on the line. And second half comes about, and they apply a lot of pressure, and then Bruno Fernandes had a horrible game. He had a bad game. And shockingly, he's not taken off, and it's Van der Beek, who I thought was the best player for Manchester United, and he was taken off, and amusingly so. Solskjaer basically made all the subs he could, and he put everyone on, and really they didn't really create anything. And Paul Pogba came on. The only thing he was doing today was twerking. He was not playing football at all, or trying to be progressive. Maybe he was trying, but he didn't look very good. And I thought I would have. I think I probably would have kept Van der Beek on because he looked more threatening. Paul Pogba is not in good form. I don't want to get into him again. He looks completely out of it at the moment. Manchester United look completely out of it. Their attack is not very cohesive, and defensively there are shambles, which makes for these types of results. Manchester United have to get their act together, otherwise Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to lose his job, and I think he's already there. And there was Pochin doing the Sky Sports match review in the weekend. And you know how the Glazers are. They'll probably be looking at Poch right now. Horrible result for Manchester United. They're in trouble now. Even though the group is still open, they're very much in control of their own destiny in the group because they won the first 2 games. But in terms of general for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, there is problems, and there seems to be he seems to be running out of time for solutions. Let's look at some of the other results. Another shocking result. Paris Saint-Germain losing to RB Leipzig. RB Leipzig go behind in 5 minutes, but then come back, roaring back 2-1. They win, and PSG and Tuchel, similar to Ole, he is in trouble, and his job is definitely on the line, and he might be losing his job. I am not confident if I'm Tuchel, I'm not confident right now. He probably feels he wasn't backed sufficiently in the summer. He got players, but not the players he wanted. And right now, PSG are not in good form. This was not an easy group for any of the teams, but PSG have definitely messed up more than Manchester United and Leipzig, because both Man U and Leipzig are on 6 points. They've won 2 games, and they've both beaten PSG, who are probably the favorites in the group, and they are the finalists from last season. Tuchel, trouble awaits, and Sevilla get the job done despite being down to 10 men against Krasnodar. Krasnodar is an awkward team, but I'm not surprised about Sevilla. They are one of the most underrated teams in Europe. We saw how they played in the Europa League last season. They were not given a chance. They were not the favorites, but they beat so many big teams in the way to winning the Europa League and winning it deservedly so. And they're like us in control of their group, and I feel like Chelsea and Sevilla, barring any disaster, will go through. Let's look at some of the other results. Real Madrid 3, Internazionale Milano 2. Antonio Conte, much like Ole and Tuchel, is in trouble, my friend. Because, remember, he was the one who kind of put the owners under the bus last season. He was the one who said he wasn't backed last season when he actually was. He was the one who demanded being backed this time and was. And now the results are not coming in again in Internazionale Milano, and in particular Antonio Conte in that Champions League. In the Champions League is turning out to be fraudulent, and he is in trouble. We know that his record in the Champions League is not very good, and they're in trouble, man, because the thing is, the group is kind enough for them to turn it around, because the other opponents are Gladbach, who are actually a decent team, and Shakhtar. You will think that they have enough. Based on what the squad they have enough, even now, with 3 games to go, to turn it around. But the time for solution is running out for Conte, and they are stuck. Do they even have a win? I'm not even sure if they have a win in their group yet. Let's have a look if they have a win in their group. League group table. Oh man, they don't have not even a single win. 2 draws and a loss. They've scored 4, conceded 5 on minus goal difference. They're on 2 points. Thankfully for them, Real Madrid are only on 4 points. Shakhtar Donetsk on 4, and Mönchengladbach on 5. So the group is still open and very much redeemable. And I think that will probably save Conte from getting sacked right now. He'll be given the chance to turn the results around and to get to the next round. Trust me, if they don't get to the next round after also a dodgy start in the league campaign, then Conte will lose his job. Inter Milan, on paper, have the second best team in Italy, but they're not looking like they're in the title race, at least not so far. And in the Champions League, they were probably not considered to be one of the favorites, but at least you would expect them to get out of the group stages. And remember, when they won the Champions League, they weren't one of the favorites either. They were an underdog team, a very good underdog team, but an underdog team regardless. So Antonio Conte has to figure things out. Otherwise, my man, he will be losing his job. All the other teams, a great result for Liverpool. Actually, the 2 days have been good to English teams. English teams have won their games generally. 4 out of the 4 teams, 3 of them won. Manchester United with the defeat. But Champions League hasn't been harsh on the English team so far. All the English teams are in control of their destiny to go to the next round. They're playing well. They're not playing exceptionally, but they're playing well. They're getting the job done. Apart from Manchester United. Actually, Manchester United have played well in the Champions League so far. This was their only blip. So they won't be too disappointed with where they are in terms of the position, but they will be with what's happening with Ole and the league form, and this downward spiral just keeps going on. Anyways, guys, that was a bit of a Champions League review. I will get back for the preview of the Sheffield United game. I know I didn't preview the Rennes game. It's just it was just too much. There was not enough time. The game just happened. The last video I did, the game happened within a day of the video. Therefore, I thought I'm just going to do a review. But I'm going to definitely do a preview of the Sheffield United game. That's coming up. We are without Kai Havertz and we are without Pulisic, 2 of our best players, let's be honest, offensively for sure. But I think we still have enough, and Sheffield are not doing well this season, to win at home and go off in the international break with a good feeling. With a feeling that we're in the title race. With a feeling that we've sorted things out. And I'm sure we'll do that. But we got to get the job done, man. We got to get the win so that we can start talking potentially about bigger things like the title. I've already started, but I'm not saying we'll win, but definitely we should be in the race. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't be with the way Manchester United are. I feel like Arsenal, despite getting good results, do not have a squad to challenge for the league. Tottenham will be there and thereabouts. Man City and Liverpool we know about. The others, Leicester, Everton, I expect all of them to fall apart because they simply don't have the squad to challenge for the title. So I'm feeling good right now as a Chelsea fan. We'll look ahead, and let's not send most of our players to international break. Let's keep them at Stamford Bridge. Let's get them rested. Let's get them ready. I know that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. They're all going to go to the international break. But I just feel like the international break, with all the fixture congestion, is a recipe for an injury disaster. We've lost Cobra Kai and Pulisic to minor injuries, not for too long, but still we've lost them to injuries. And these things are going to keep happening all season. That's why this season I feel like we have a big squad. The other good news is Billy Gilmour is in training and Tino Anjorin is in training. If I'm to expect scouting reports and things like that, both of them will get plenty of game time this season. So that's good. And Billy Gilmour looked like the MVP. He looked so good last season. The couple of 2-3 games he played. I know he had one bad game in the middle, but most of the time he looked good. Anyways, guys, this was Bor B. I'm going to get back to you very soon for the preview of the Premier League and Chelsea. Until then...